and welcome. As you can tell by the title, I'm the Obsessed Movie Man, O.M.M. It's been a while since I reviewed a kids movie, so let's review two. I got around about last month I went to see Monsters University, and just about a week ago I went to see Despicable Me 2. So I'll just talk about both of them. First and foremost, what do I think of the original movies? I like them. I love Monsters Inc. I don't have the best memory of Despicable Me. I remember seeing it in the theaters with my cousins, and that was one of the only few times I could see the 3D. I just have trouble actually seeing 3D work, but I thought it was when I saw it in 3D, I was really good. But no, I didn't see either of them in 3D, the sequel. So let's start with Monsters University, which is the first one I saw. It's a prequel which takes place before the events of Monsters Inc. And Mike Wazowski, the little green one-eyed monster, wants to become a scarer. He wants to be one of the guys who goes into the human world via the closets and scare the kids to harness the scream energy. And he's studying, he knows everything there is about scaring. There's actually this kind of made me chuckle. I don't know why, but it was just him learning all the phobia lists, like arachnophobia, fear of spiders, and so. So I just thought that was kind of funny, the little scene of him studying all the phobias. But the problem is he's not scary, and he starts to have a little bit of a rivalry with his eventual friend, James P. Sullivan, or Sully. And I think they get kicked out of the scaring class, and they try to redeem themselves by entering these scaring games. And they're with this really awkward social group. That's how they form. Their team is consisting of a very awkward social group. So they're like the underdogs of this story, and it's good. It's a good, entertaining story. I still prefer the original Monsters Inc. And the film, I think, the only thing this film suffers from is the fact that you know the outcome, and it makes it more. I don't want to say depressing, because then again, Pixar does make some depressing pictures. So it kind of is sad, because if you see Monsters Inc., you know Mike doesn't become a scarer. He becomes like an attendant or a help partner to Sully. And it's just kind of sad. The fact there was that one scene where he actually goes into the human world to try and scare someone, and they're not afraid, and he's just shocked and depressed, and he can't believe that all of his studying, everything he knows about fear, all of his knowledge is for naught. That's just kind of heartbreaking. I did have like two minor problems. Maybe they could be counted as significant problems, but one, I feel as if the roles are reversed. In the first movie, you had Sully, kind of like the kind-hearted, I guess semi-intelligent being, and Mike was basically the joking idiot in the movie. Whereas this one, they're reversed. Sully is basically the idiot, basically the dumb jock, and Mike is the nerd. So I guess you could argue that's because Monsters Inc. is Sully's movie and Monsters University is Mike's movie, but it just kind of felt out of character. Another thing I didn't really pick up on was the whole Randall situation. If you remember Randall from the first one, he's the purple lizard who can turn invisible, or he can change his appearance to fit any background or anything. And in this one, it's actually kind of funny. He's roommates with Mike, and he's really nice to Mike. They become like good friends, best friends. They seem like best friends for a while, but eventually they're on the different teams during the scaring games. And the thing is, they never really address how Mike and Randall become enemies. They handled their friendship really well. The only hint I get of them being enemies was during a prank when Mike and Sully's team were at a fraternity party, and the jock team, which Randall's a part of, pulls a prank on them, and I guess that's the one time I can feel that Randall is mean spirited, but they never really show. There is one scene though where um, Sully beats Randall at a game, and Randall's like, "That's the last time I'll ever lose to you, Sullivan." But other than that, there's no really development of Randall's hatred of Mike, because I remember distinctly in the first movie, the first time you saw Randall, he's picking on Mike. So I guess that's something that happened in between Monsters University and Monsters Inc., something you didn't really see, but whatever. Yeah, overall, Monsters University, it was lots of fun. I enjoyed seeing it. I don't think it's... Of course, it doesn't surpass the original Monsters Inc., and it's not one of Pixar's best, but if it's still out there, I would recommend seeing it. I give it I give it 4 monsters out of 5. Now, Despicable Me 2. That was lots of fun also. I vaguely remembered the plot of the first one. I think he tries to steal the moon. Yeah, that's what he did. He steals the moon in the first one. And it's basically centering around Gru, who played by Steve Carell, who is retired from being a supervillain and is he's making jam or berry juice or jelly. That's jelly. That's it. He's making jelly now, and he's trying to also become he's basically stepping up, being a father for the three kids that he's raising. But meanwhile, this villain has stolen this secret serum that can turn people into these, for lack of a better word, giant purple people eaters. They turn purple and they attack people, whatever. And this secret group of heroes that is kind of run by the British, I guess, take Gru in, and they asked him because they want to use his expertise in being a villain, and they want to try and figure out who's responsible for this crime. And it's cute. That's the best way I can describe Despicable Me 2. It's cute, and in the good way. I'm not saying like it's bad kind of cute where it's okay. It's cute to watch. Like the Minions, of course, the Minions steal the show. I hear they're having their own movie being made, which I don't really see how that can work. But whatever. There are some other characters that are introduced in this one. Ram's Bottom. Lucy. I like the character Lucy, who's kind of like... the best way I could describe it would be a human version of Dory from Finding Nemo. I don't know, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Or just like an Ellen DeGeneres kind of person. She's goofy, funny, but she's kind and considerate. And also, I love the villain, the El Macho, who has, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, it has the greatest, supposed, supervillain death. And I would agree, out of all the comics I've read, that's probably the best, death that a supervillain could ever have, especially with someone named El Macho. I thought the acting was very good from Steve Carell, Miranda Cosgrove, and all the rest. Those are the two people that I just know off the top of my head. And the Minions are just so hilarious to watch. With their little language, their pantomiming, and that's the best way to describe Despicable Me 2. It's really cute, and I think it is the best kids movie so far this year. And I'm not gonna be one who judges kids movies. Like, I'm not gonna go and see Turbo, or I'm not gonna go back and look at Epic. I'm not gonna determine which is the best kids movie of the year, but I think Despicable Me 2 is the best one so far. It's really fun, really colorful. It has a plot that the younger kids can get behind, and the adults can. And the adults will laugh at this. There are a lot of funny moments there for adults to laugh at. And plenty of Minions to keep the kids happy. So, Despicable Me 2, in terms of like a kids movie, I'll give 5 Minions out of 5. I did 4 monsters out of 5, 5 Minions out of 5. Anyway, that's just a little two quick reviews I wanted to get out of the way. more movie topics will be coming soon. I'm gonna go. The Wolverine just came out today, so I'm gonna go see that. I will eventually talk about my thoughts on the upcoming Godzilla movie, and there will be more stuff on the way. So until then, this is OMM signing out.